be there, right? So the thickness of this particular cylinder will be more. Okay. So this thickness by diameter ratio will be greater than 1 by 20. You can see huge cylinders are commercially available. So these are the category of thick cylinders. Okay. So today we'll see what are the stresses which are developed in this thick cylinder. So when the pressurized fluid is there inside the cylinder, so stresses in, write down the heading, stresses in thick cylinder. So before the finding out the stresses in thick cylinder, okay. So let us assume some things. So assumption. Okay, write down this assumption. The longitudinal strain, the longitudinal strain is uniform, is uniform. Longitudinal strain is uniform across the cross section of the cylinder. Cross section of the cylinder. So this theory is based on this theory is based on an assumption called as Claims theory. Based on an assumption called as Lehm's theory. So very important. This is Lehm's theory. So using Lehm's theory, we are going to assume that the longitudinal strain, that is epsilon L, will be a constant. On a thick cylinder, we are going to assume Lehm's theory, which means that the longitudinal strain epsilon L, that during the derivation you will understand how to take that as a constant. Have you noted this? Have you noted down this assumption?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now draw this sketch. So yesterday I have showed some of the stresses here. A thick cylinder, right? So this is external pressure. Atmospheric pressure will be the external pressure most of the times, unless the cylinder is in some other environmental conditions. So always the external pressure will be atmospheric pressure. What is this? Internal pressure. PO. Okay. So write down PO is the external pressure. Write down PO is the external radial pressure. Radial pressure. PO is the external radial pressure. PI is the internal radial pressure. Internal radial pressure. RO is the external radius. External radius, or you can also take the diameter, the DO, external diameter. So RI or DI is the internal radius. This is an mm. Internal radius. K is the thickness of the shell. That is also in mm. So note down all this. PO, PI, RO, and RI and D. So this is the thickness, okay, of the. This is thickness. So total thickness will be 2 times. Okay, is it okay? So thickness is here also. The total thickness will be DO. This is DO. DO minus DI by 2. Is it okay? This is DI. So DO minus DI by 2, you will get the thickness. Is it okay? Is it okay? Tell me first.
Yes, sir.
All of you have to do this. Take up a notes, open your notes and start writing. Simply don't look at the derivation. This is an important derivation in exam point of view. Okay. See, now consider. See, we want to know the stress distribution. What will happen if pressurized fluid is inside? What will be the stresses in the walls of this cylinder? I hope you're understanding, right? This is a cut section of the cylinder. So cylinder will be like that, right? This is the cylinder, and this is the front view. Okay, in the front view, if you take a plane like this and cut it, okay, then you will get something like this. Is this thing clear? The figure, front view. Okay, now to check the stress distribution. See, in case of a thick cylinder, the shell thickness will be very large. Okay, so due to the internal and external pressure, the stress variation will be different. Okay, so stress variation here, the stress value will be different. Here, the stress value will be different. So we should uh, derive a formula which will give you the stress distribution in a thick cylinder due to the pressurized fluid inside. So only when you know what is the stress distribution here in the cylinder, then only you can design this particular cylinder. Okay, so that is very important. So for this reason, let us consider a elemental ring. Okay, an elemental ring like this. Draw this. Elemental ring at a distance r. distance r. Is this clear? From the center O, okay. So this element elemental thickness will be small dr. Okay. So it is a very small element dr. Is this okay? Consider an elemental ring. Consider a circular element, circular element ring, elemental ring at a distance r from the origin or from the center, okay. Okay, now for the analysis purpose, we will consider only the half part of this particular cylinder. We'll consider only the half part of this particular cylinder, right? So so you consider only the half part of this elemental ring, okay? Okay, so considering only the half part of the elemental ring, so front view it will be like this. I'll erase this one. Okay, this first figure I'll erase. So now I'll consider only the half part of the elemental ring. I'm not considering the whole cylinder. Please note here only the ring, that particular ring of thickness dr. I've considered only that. So now see what are the types of stresses being generated. So here, so three type of stresses will be generated inside the cylinder. Three type of stresses. Please note this carefully. Okay. Three type of stresses will be generated. First one is longitudinal stress. Longitudinal stress. So we know that this is the axis of this particular
the submission of the
Okay.
submission of
So
the
axis means,
will be costing 20 marks. Is that okay? By Saturday, you should be
okay, this
submitting
is the
this.
axis of this particular
Actually,
cylinder.
this Friday,
Okay.
13th
So
around
stress along this
2020,
axis
but you can
will be
submit
the
it on morning of
stress
Saturday.
along this axis,
Is
that
that
will be
clear,
the
everyone?
longitudinal stress. Okay.
Or
Next
should I
step,
create,
tangential stress.
shall I create one Google Classroom naming project work? Can you upload it today in the
Tangential
PDF
stress.
format?
So
Should be
tangential
typed
stress will be the stress which will be
everything should be
generated
aligned
here.
properly,
Okay. So
and
here.
your guide should be referring it before you are sending it to me. Is that thing also clear?
So this tangential stress will be the stress which is generated tangent to this radius. So if you consider, if you go to the previous figure, you go to the previous figure, right? So if you consider a small element here, so if you draw a tangent to this, that will be sigma t. Okay. Radial will be the stress which is perpendicular to this.
Submit now.
Okay. So it will be in the radial direction along the radius of this particular cylinder, starting from point 0. So in that direction, if you see, there will be radial stress sigma r. So radial stress. Is this clear? So sigma t will be here, tangent. So you have to consider the area here for these two areas. Also consider the length of the cylinder as L. Add this statement. Length of cylinder, the L. Let this length of cylinder be L. Let this length of the cylinder be L. So then three type of stresses will be there. Hope you have understood. Uh, One is along the axis, that will be sigma L. Stresses along this axial longitudinal stress. Tangential stress will be in these two directions, the tangent to the circle, and radial stresses will be like this, okay, in the radial direction, right? Sigma r. It will be acting on the whole inner surface of this particular cylinder. Okay. So we are considering only the elemental area here for us for analysis of stresses. After the integration, we'll get the stresses for all the overall cylinder. Till here, have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
These three type of stresses you understood, right? Sigma L, sigma T, and sigma R. This figure is important now. Now we are analyzing this two-dimensional figure. Okay, so focus on this. See, when radial stress is acting in this direction, there will be one radial stress acting out in outer direction also, opposite to it. Draw this.
One group might have three people, let's say. Try to do a project with three people, one group. Is that thing clear?
So sigma T is here.
Four members.
Sigma T is here.
You look after
This is the center.
you can make it group, I hope.
Carefully see it. So radial stress will be here. So the radial stress in the direction opposite to this will be, can you tell me what is that? Here it is sigma r, okay? What will be the radial stress opposite to this? Sigma r plus d sigma r, okay? Because we are considering the stress for the small element also. So in the opposite direction will be sigma r plus d sigma r. And out of these three stresses, according to Lehm's theory, out of this sigma L, sigma T, and sigma R, longitudinal stress, tangential stress, and radial stress. This is considered to be constant. Okay, so we have seen according to this assumption in Orleans theory, we are considering this as constant.
Wait, don't follow the agreements. Don't say in your 1 year and important. Akash, they are good with it.
It's getting disconnected and connected. All of them are inside the classroom.
Akash,
I got disconnected once.
Oh, okay, okay. Have you all noted this till here? Because this is important. This sketch.
no, 39 members have Mohit. I mean, here attendance stop to
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us find the values, different type of stresses and their forces. Okay. So write down the forces. There are three forces. Now for equilibrium, forces for equilibrium, you write summation of Fy equals to 0 will take. So we'll consider the y direction and see what are the forces coming in y direction. Okay. So just to see here, I'll take this as in the y direction. I'll take this from the center. Right, like this. Okay. Specific. So sigma r is in y direction, positive if we take. Sigma r plus dr, okay, considering the small element along with that, that is also in y direction, but it is opposite to that. Okay.
The project has certain rules. You can only fill out the next only the permission for work. Discuss ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
So write down. So we'll have force 1. The first force is due to sigma t. Okay, due to sigma t, tangential force. Okay. So if you want to write stress in terms of force, means you have to write stress into area. Force is stress into area. So here, just see, note this clearly. Interesting. Sigma t is acting for this area. So here there is a small thickness, correct? This white space, can you see here? So along that sigma t will be acting. So it will be sigma t into what will be the area for this? Can you tell? See here, this thickness is how much? Dr. We have considered a small element as dr. This is how much? Tell me first. This is again dr. This is 2 times r, correct? Which is nothing but the diameter of the internal diameter of the cylinder. So it is from center, it is r, and r, that means total. Hello, I'm audible. Hello. Hello. Hello, I'm audible. Likit.
Yes, sir. Audible.
So have you noted this down? Force 1, take this. So we'll consider 3 forces, force 1, 2, 3. So 2 in radial direction and 1 in tangential direction. Okay. So for finding out the forces in a tangential direction, so here is sigma t, and you have to consider this particular area. Okay. Similarly, on this side also. Okay, so this area you have to consider. So this will be, what will be the area for this? So sigma t is normal to this particular area. So what will be the area of this? Total length is L. Total length is L. L into dr. Is it correct? Dr into L is the area of this. But you note that here there is 2 times. Okay. Sigma t is on this side also. Okay. So into 2. Are you clear with this thing?
Yes, sir.
Sigma t is acting on this particular area. So area of this is we have considered as dr, thickness of this, into L. So L into dr, but 2 times you have to consider because it is on the either side of the cylinder. So next consider F2. So F2 is due to this radial stresses. Okay. So one is the radial stress which is acting in the upward direction. One is the radial stress which is acting in the downward direction. So let us consider the radial stress which is acting in the upward direction. Sigma r into what would be the area for this? So you have to consider this whole inner area. So just see here clearly. You have to consider this rectangle. Can you tell me the area of this rectangle? Only the inner rectangle here. That would be the area of this circumferential direction. So then that would give you the area for this stress. What is this area? In the form of a rectangle. 2r into L. Correct? 2r. This is full is 2r. Okay. Radius, 2 times of radius into L. 2r into L. So F3 will be the stress in downward direction. So you have to consider the whole stress here along with the elemental stress. Sigma r plus d sigma r. Sigma r plus d sigma r, that is stress into area. Now you have to consider the full area here along with the dr on both the sides. Can you tell me what is that? Where is it? 2r plus dr plus dr, 2 times dr. Is it correct? Into L. Into L. Okay, into L. That is the total area. So F1 is due to the tangential stress, sigma t into dr into L into 2. F2 is only for the inner rectangle here. Sigma r is the radial stress value into 2r into L, 2r into L. So for F3 you have to consider the stress, radial stress in outward direction. So we are considering it down like this. Sigma r plus elemental stress on the elemental area d sigma r into dr plus 2r plus dr into L. So now for equilibrium, we'll consider the upward forces positive. So F1 plus F2 minus F3. So F3 will consider in the downward direction equals to 0. Are you clear up till here? Have you noted down? Shall I continue?
Sir, can you explain again that F1, F2, F3?
F1, F2, F3. See,
Yes.
just to see here, see, due to tangential stress, see, this is the tangential stress. This is tangent to this circle, correct? So this is tangential stress. So tangential stress, if you split the cylinder, right? So first erase all this. So consider that elemental, half elemental circle. Only the elemental ring we are considering. Okay. Right, take it like this. Okay, this is half of the cylinder. This area is there, correct? This area. So tangential stress will be acting on this particular area. Okay, on all this area, here also and here also. Is that thing clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are taking the force in this direction, F1. Okay, means stress we are writing in terms of the force. So when you're writing force, you have to write stress into area. So here also you have to write stress into area. Correct. So what is the area here? Area, this the force normal to this particular area would be dr. So this thickness of this. Earlier we have considered that elemental ring thickness as dr. Okay. Then total length as L. Okay. So dr into L. Here also same way. Dr into L. So dr into L, dr into L, 2 times dr into L. That is the area. Stress is sigma T. Sigma T. Hope you have understood now. F1 stress into area.
Yes.
Yeah. Now similarly, in radial direction, if you consider this in radial direction, you consider this as F. Sorry, F2 is upwards, F3 is downwards. Okay, so you have to consider this whole inner area. Okay, whole inner area, which you look from the top, means it will look like a rectangle, isn't it?